What is going on, and good morning, guys. It is a chilly morning this morning. The ground is finally frozen and the cows are off the lot, so it is time to go spread some manure. And well, last night Dad and Luke went ahead. Luke cleaned out most of the barn. Dad got all the equipment ready. So this morning I just got to fire all the equipment up and get rolling for the day. And let's get to it. It is one of the first mornings that it got cold and froze. So the cattle were outside and they're off the lot right now. So we got to get the barn cleaned out and the manure pile hauled out. So we got the Kubota hooked up to the manure spreader. We're going to use my brother's skid steer to clean out the barn. And then we're going to use the 695 to load the spreader once we're done with the skid steer, because the Kubota skid steer costs us about $50 an hour to use, so try to use it as little as possible. The tractor's only been plugged in for about 2 minutes, but we're gonna try and get this thing fired up. Fun fact, Kubota tractors and equipment have very high compression motors, which is why they start hard in the cold. Glow plugs, on. She didn't like that very much. I wish we would have plugged it in sooner, because some people think that sounds cool. To me, that sounds like you're beating the crap out of a motor. So let's go get the skid steer started, which I'm not even sure that does have a plug to plug in, so might be interesting. All right, glow plugs. Okay, wow. She started a little hard too. Basically, the motors just crank really slow because, like I said, they have a lot higher compression than most motors. So they burn cleaner and make more power. Man, it's cold out here. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start scooping manure with the Kubota until the other Kubota, our tractor, gets warmed up, and then we will start hauling manure. Okay, I've been scooping manure long enough. The tractor's been warming up. So now I'm gonna jump in the tractor, back it on the lot, and fill the spreader up. We did not start hauling manure last night because we were afraid when we went to bed the manure spreader would freeze up and we wouldn't be able to haul today. So I'm gonna jump in it right now. boy. Dad puts a lot of air in his seat. There we go. That's better. Heat, baby. Tell the transmission's cold. Getting a slow start this morning, but when things are cold, just take your time so you don't break stuff. Hopefully moving this a little bit will have gotten oils moving, and then hopefully they'll finish warming up while we load it. See how many tries it takes me to back on the lot. Ooh, the steering is stiff. Through the frost. There we go. Gotta see through the frost. Back and forth the barn there. There we go. Well guys, you can always look at the bright side of things. First load of 2020 manure off the lot. Thing is Well guys, I guess this is why you should always double check with someone else hooked up or whatever. The PTO shaft was on the tractor, but it was not locked, and I was going along, heard a pop. The PTO shaft went flying up because it came unattached. Luckily it didn't break out the back window or anything, but now we gotta try and get that thing hooked back up, and hopefully it didn't booger it up at all. Let's hope that's locked on now. So in case you guys are wondering where we decide to spread manure on our farm, it is always wherever we take the forage off for corn shuck bales. So for instance, this field, the half of it is bare because we make corn shuck bales on it. So that then is where we go ahead and take all of our manure to and spread it out on the ground. So not only do we replenish the lost forage matter, but we also put manure on it. Rough. Anyways, we put manure on it and, you know, give it a little bit of a boost in nitrogen and nutrients. I got back from the first load. Dad is now going to be hauling. I'm gonna jump in the skid steer, load him up probably a couple times yet, and finish emptying the shed out. Then I'm gonna take the bucket off the skid steer, put it on 695, and he will be loading and hauling himself. Now I've got some other stuff I gotta go do, so let's get to it. Okay. Well, I've got the barn all cleaned out and ready to get bedded up again. I got all the poop pushed into a big pile here, and the skid steer's parked there waiting for my dad. So now I got some other things I need to go do. He can take care of the spreading from here. So with that being said, guys, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.